Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO TV. I'm your host, Misled, along with you
That's
are now
me. I'm
Luminosity
Luminosity
later.
Gaming.
I
That's
was
me.
really gonna say Luminosity later.
Too
I
many
was
L's.
about to drop
Luminosity,
that.
LunatiK later. Too many
So
L's.
later has now officially been picked up by Luminosity. You heard it here first. Booyaka, if you're listening, just pick him up. He's gonna be a good add to the team.
Or something.
But yeah, it's Misled and later, not Luminosity later. And the game we are covering is Map 2 Luminosity Gaming versus LunatiK eSports, where LunatiK took map number 1, which was Mirage, and Luminosity now trying to fight for that tie.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to be pretty caught off guard if they weren't watching this game and check the box scores and see
Yeah.
LunatiK picking up a Mirage game on Luminosity's map pick. But now, LunatiK going to be starting on their own terrorist side first, having a great opportunity to take the B bomb site. But Lex not letting them in so easily.
Oh, but Drake and Tifu will be able to answer their trading out Lex. Pitt's gonna try and rotate his way in. He's at the headshot, trying to fire some shots. Look at the footwork. Can he keep it going? Not able to. Scouts will take him down. Now it's all up to Anger. Anger drops out through the smoke, gets the first one. Can he run away? Gets away from the smoke without getting punished. Bomb will go down, but they know that he's either gonna come out of Creeper or he's gonna come up top. So Tifu's gonna be watching low. Up top will be Scouts. No, they're both watching low now. They heard the footsteps. They know where Anger's at. Anger's going to try and walk his way out. Gets taken down by Tifu, so pistol round will go in favor of LunatiK, who has not dropped a pistol round yet tonight.
No, and as you said, Pitt with the super fancy footwork over there by the rail area, unfortunately needed a little bit more than just the fancy footwork. Got one nice frag, but it needed the handiwork to go with the nice aim. And actually, in response, Luminosity's going to be buying up 3 scouts. One on Pitt, one on Lex, and one on Anger to combat the rifles coming out from LunatiK. Cannot imagine that is something that LunatiK even expects or thinks is in the realm of possibilities. Maybe they'll run into one scout and think, okay, the rest will have pistols. And then scout number 2, okay, all right, 3 pistols then. And then the third scout, oh God, they might all have scouts for all we know.
Round 2 here. Gun advantage will go in favor of LunatiK. There is a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, I should say. It's a pretty big buyout coming from Luminosity here with 3 scouts in their hands. Anger, Pitt, and Lex, all with scouts. 5-7s between Peter and Naf, and LunatiK.
Look at Peter. Oh, he just got spotted out by scouts. Saved his buddy.
Yeah, close right there. Scouts will take him down, and still in the bomb site. Naffy's got to get that frag. He's able to get one, able to get a second, and a third frag from inside the B bomb site. And right there, Drake is the last one left. Naf will be able to get himself a 4K, and Luminosity wins an eco round over LunatiK.
Yeah, with a big 4K from Naf, they're using that pistol so effectively, drawing the LunatiK players in, and I think we just saw the new 3-scout meta. I think that might have just cracked this game wide open.
Yeah, they cracked the code. Luminosity has done it. They did it the other night with Eagles.
They solved Counter-Strike with the triple scout setup, but more seriously, that was a really good play from them. Use those scouts really effectively all over the map to just force early engagements and pull the players into the site, right where Naf was sitting with that 5-7, exactly how they wanted that one to go. And with that, LunatiK eSports gonna be on a save here. And Peter just going to town, SMGing blind players. Now it's Pitt's turn.
Oh, there's Anger right there from behind the door, able to get himself 2. Peter gets 2. Pitt takes the other frag, and that's going to make it 2-1 in favor of Luminosity. And the economy on the LunatiK side, still not the greatest. This might be another save from them, if not just a pistol buy.
Seems like it might be, and I guess, you know, they could go for something if they want to, but there's no reason for them to. They're way better off just saving this one, getting some upgraded pistols like they just did, and making sure they can really go for a buy next round. Get an op, working on Invert, who was really successful with it last game. No need to force something too early. I mean, unfortunate that they got eco'd, but it would be, if in fact, if they took that when they got eco'd right off the bat and then made some, like, more poor buying decisions, that would just be, they would, I don't know, they would just be throwing rounds away.
Yeah. So, I agree with you. They don't go for it. They go for just a light pistol upgrade with scouts not getting anything but 2 flashes and a smoke. Flashes and smokes are out in middle. They're able to take down Peter. Naff Lance are able to get 2. Tifu trades them out, and Pitt is right there to drop Drossel out of the round. So it's going to force this into a 3 versus 2. But Tifu has picked himself up one of those dropped MPs. Got to step out. loses the battle to Pit, who had an AK, and Scouts will use the AK of his own. Goes up against Lex in the back of the checkered room, gets taken down, and that will make the score 3-1 in favor of Luminosity, but LunatiK will finally be onto a full buy this round. Same with Luminosity.
Yeah, some good frags from CEVO there as well, taking guns out of Luminosity's hands, just forcing some rebuys, continuing to be an inconvenience for the Luminosity team, but nothing is more inconvenient to them than a round win. So LunatiK's really going to need to pick this one up. Black's opting to hold on to that FAMAS and also hold on to $6,600. I hope that pays off for him. And Peter over at the B-bomb site, going to be wielding the op for his team. Not really finding any action, but picking up a lot of information for his team, saying, hey, they're not right out there. He's going to allow Lex to get flashed and pushed up, but Drossel waiting for that part of the play. Starting things off right for his team.
So into round 5 here. Oh, Lex gets taken down, but Peter will answer quickly. Removes invert from the round. So now it's going to be 4 AKs versus an AK, 2 M4s, and 1 op in the hands of Peter, who's already got a frag on the round. CEVO out in the mid. Anger's going to look in that direction, catches CEVO from the side, takes him down. One more player is going to be out in mid. That's going to be Drake. He's going to be up on the boost spot, though. So it's going to be 4 versus 3 now, as Luminosity trying to hold on to their lead and extend it by another round.
Drake pushing up to highway, going to be able to catch a frag, evening it down back to a 3-on-3. Scouts seeing a player rotating away from B and then peeking. Great timing from him. He should be able to get the B bomb site unless Peter does something crazy. Does he push through the smoke or anything? Nah, he's too blind and I'm sure too disciplined for that. Going to wait for his buddy Pit to roll through, go upper, throw this Molotov. Oh, he's going to eat that nade.
That Molotov's not going to do much, only about 4 damage. Scouts has to be careful, though. Now he's really eating it, going down low, down to 16 HP. One more nade takes him out of the round. Pit will rotate over with his teammate, though. Op in the hands of Peter. He's going to be looking to the right, and he sees Scouts, takes the shot on the Scouts. He knows where Drossel is, pulls out the pistol. Can he get the one-on-one clutch? Turns his back around, goes for this defuse, fakes it, pulls out the op, gets the shot. He's going to get back on the ball.
Surprised he didn't just run away.
Short. Man, so very close.
Just short.
Just barely short of making that happen.
Yeah, I wonder if in that 5 seconds he could have gone far enough away to hold on to that op. But either way, I mean, he was so close, I can totally see how, I mean, yeah, he was like a fraction of a second off that one. I'm sure in his head he might have thought he even had it. But with that, LunatiK going to be right back on the board, rebounding nicely on their first real rifle round after getting ecoed on round 2. Doing really the best you can do considering the circumstances up until that point, and Luminosity is going to have a lot of FAMASs in response, not quite the imports they need. And invert accidents Peter kind of. I mean, it wasn't an accident that he was shooting him, but like the fact that he just one-tapped him like that, that had to have been at least a little bit of an accident. And Drake following up with a not-so-accidental headshot of his own.
So now we're going to be 3-2 on the scoreline. It will be a 5 versus 3, though, in favor of LunatiK, trying to tie this game up right now against just Anger, Naf, and Lex. Lex might go down, get sprayed down quite a bit, does a little bit of spray damage of his own. Now he's going to be playing for the drop just in case anybody comes out. Gonna throw a pump flash out. Let's see if he can commit to this, make something happen. No, he's gonna drop the smoke. Doesn't go with the flash. Here comes the commit into the B bomb site now. Lex is right there around the corner. Can he take the shot on the invert? Not able to make it. Still gets into the gunfight. Naf will take one before traded out by Scouts, and now Anger all by himself here. He's gonna be into that 1 versus 4. One-man retake, and he's not going for that at all. He's just got the silenced M4 and the head armor, so he's gonna go for the full save. Live to fight another day, as round 6 will go in favor of LunatiK, and they have tied the game up 3-3.
Yeah, he probably would have spent 25 seconds just trying to get over there, or more realistically, 10 to 15, and then, yeah, no way he's going to be able to break through 4 terrorists to get into that site. So smart play for him to save, and his team kind of needs the cash. LunatiK right back in this game, going to tie things up with this round win. Just they refuse to let Luminosity pull away. I feel like even on Mirage, when Luminosity had that 3-round lead going into the second half, they instantly shut things down. They never let Luminosity start to pull away with a real significant figure. And even still in this game, after getting eco, they're not letting Luminosity pull away. As soon as Luminosity gets any lead, LunatiK just pulls it right back.
So now into round 7, Luminosity, with that slight lead that they had, completely vanished here. They're going to be on to just a pistol round. and it's gonna be, or well, you still have Anger with that saved gear that he had with that silenced M4. There's going to be 2 upgraded pistols. The other 2 will be non-upgraded at all, but they did bind 2 flashbangs, so look for them to try and do something tricky here. It's going to be a 3-man stack initially at the B bomb site with the other 2 fully committed over to A. Flashbang comes out into A main. Anger is going to be the guy peeking that with the M4. Gains nothing from it, but a little bit of information that no one is in the A main at the moment. And Anger almost goes down trying to rotate out as terrorists work their way up highway.
Yeah, actually it looks like they might be hopping back over towards vent. I'm not really sure if they're going to be splitting into the vent right now. Drossel trying to take a battle, but Scouts cleans it up. Looks like the B bomb site might be theirs. The only person really left to challenge is Naf, and he has fallen back. Looks like he was having a conversation with Anger there. Just kind of hanging out.
Drake gonna get the shot onto Anger, take him down after Anger is able to take out Invert. And that will make the score 4-3. LunatiK now has the lead in the game. Actually, they had the lead initially in round 1 and then lost it after round 2. So back in the lead will be LunatiK eSports.
Yeah, and that was a really good use of the of mid. I mean, even you weren't quite sure where exactly they were going to go. I think at one point you said they were going to go highway, and they just cycled back and hopped through vents. That kind of guessing game is, I'm sure, what was going through Luminosity's head. And even though I think Luminosity picked right, they had a lot of guys over there in B. It didn't really matter. It's hard to beat the raw power of the AK-47s when you just have pistols in your hands. And the A-take is on. CEVO finding Pit, the first frag, going to get traded out by Naf. Naf may make it 2. He cannot. Scouts comes around the other side of the site and saves him.
So in round 8, Anger goes down also. Now it's all up to Lex here, rotating over, Deagle in hand. Would love to find some 1-deeks here. Can he hit Scouts? He's right there through the smoke. Of course, he doesn't have X-ray like we do, as we're watching through GoTV. Still trying to hit it. Does he fire off the shot at the correct time? Doesn't peek up. He's just going to lurk this. Scouts will remove his head with a nice AK headshot there. And LunatiK will now be up 5-3 over Luminosity.
Yeah, LunatiK just continuing to show why this was their map pick with their crisp sight takes, throwing good smokes and flashes, and really just good support for each other. After Pit got dropped in Heaven, the player inside, I think it was Naf, who was picking up some P250 frags. Only got one. He got the trade frag for his buddy, but then the flank around the site proved to be too much, and there were just too many AK-47s pointed right at him, and there was no way to be able to continue to tee off in that scenario. So really good on LunatiK for spreading out all around the site and putting themselves in positions where it wasn't exactly a crossfire, but they just put the CTs in positions where they had multiple players to aim at and multiple players aiming at them.
So into round 9 now. Both teams are going to be onto a full buyout. Essentially, Luminosity will. Peter with the op in hand, going for body armor. Now going for body armor so we can get a full kit. Otherwise, same with Lex. Full kit except for the head armor. Going against the AKs, the head armor will not matter because if you get touched in the face, guess what? You're going to die no matter what, so it doesn't matter at this point. They just want it for any small fire, any bit of damage else besides those AK headshots, and that's going to be Scouts who takes down Anger. It's going to leave Naf in the bomb site. He gets one, goes for a second, steps out, takes down Drossel, gets traded out by Drake though, so it's going to be a 3 versus 1 now, as Drake is going to be the last one left alive. Lex from behind, Peter in front, the same with Pit right there, trying to hold this down, and Nafly able to get 2 frags as they enter the B bomb site. Really opened up that round to allow Luminosity to attempt to try and bring this game back within 1 round.
Yeah, and really Naf should have been punished for that play. He threw a flash that only blinded one player who didn't even engage with, and the flash kind of revealed where he was playing. He had to run across the site to throw it. I'm surprised they weren't able to trade him out and take control of the bomb site. But good on Naf for delaying the terrorists for long enough and allowing the CTs to rotate and come in and support, and end up cleaning that up with 3 players alive. We're going to see a double op setup now coming out from Luminosity Gaming. The first time we're seeing double ops from them, actually, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think, interestingly enough, we saw LunatiK come out with a double op in the first game, but now Luminosity. And Drake just sitting in the Inferno over there, just taking the fire like a champ.
Yeah, he was really committed to trying to get the 1-for-1 trade. It didn't work out in his favor, though. Ends up going down. Oh, Lex gets spammed down pretty hard right there. don't know who that was doing the spam. I think that was actually the bomber scouts making all that damage happen, but that's going to force Lex back. Now he's going to try and play this headshot angle onto CEVO. Doesn't hit it initially. CEVO's going to try and throw a nade in his direction, and that only does 1 damage. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a complete touchdown if Lex was a little bit farther ahead. It doesn't matter, though. Luminosity trying to tie this game up at 5-5, and LunatiK not trying to drop another round because due to economy, they're not going to have the greatest after this round, so if they lose this, they might be forced into a save.
Yeah, definitely, and they seem to be content taking their time over at the A bomb site, and finally CEVO peeks out and gets punished by Lex. Peter now finding one of his own. Exactly how Luminosity wants to play this. Invert actually does get that frag, but so blind he doesn't even know it. And that's the end of him. The score is now 5-5, all tied up here. But looks like LunatiK is going to be on a... Well, they might not have to... Yeah, they should save, though. With the score line tied on Terra's side of this map, they don't have to save here. They do have a few guys that could go for it, and those players on 3,400 could totally get armor and go wheels, but there's no reason for them to at this point. They could totally just upgrade to the secondary pistols, or not even, get some armor on CEVO, and it looks like that is what they're going to do. Scouts had some money to blow, and he is also going to pick up a Molotov, a smoke, and a flash for his trouble. And they're going to be gearing back up for an ace site take. They can catch Anger off guard here, which is going to be pretty tough considering he has a rifle. He might be able to open up the site, but looks like not only is Anger going to get one, he might also get a second one. Oh, but it's going to be up to, who is that? Ooh. Oh no, Drossel could have had an awesome flank.
Yeah. Tried, committed to it, opened up the door. They knew somebody was coming from behind him. Good, smart play there, coming from Luminosity to shut that door. I don't know who that was that shut it. I believe it was Pitt that made the shut. Ends up closing down the round. 2K for Anger, 2K for Pitt, and that will give Luminosity the lead here, 6-5 as we hit round 12.
Yeah, the double ops continuing to pay off, so good on Luminosity for taking that financial risk using that many ops, but Invert has an op of his own, and the AK-47s of the LunatiK happen to be pretty swift, so you can't even guarantee. I mean, we saw, who was it before that was just going absolutely nuts against the, who was that? Dynamo, right? Dynamo was just one-tapping offers left and right, almost had a better rate killing offers than he did other riflers, but we'll see if anyone on LunatiK can continue and to carry that torch for Dynamo here, but I bet you the ops on Peter and Naf are pretty quick.
Yeah, but honestly, if LunatiK can get 1 or 2 more rounds, they have set themselves well up to try and win this game going into second half. It's all on the Luminosity now. They have to force the issue here. They have to get more rounds. If they could shut down LunatiK at this point, win this 10-5, that would bode well for them. But the way things are going right now, I don't think that's going to be possible. I think this is going to end up closer to like an 8-7 half. Maybe honestly in favor of LunatiK.
Possibly, but we'll see. I feel like Luminosity has started to get some traction right here, and really, I feel like they're a team that once they get going, they're really hard to shut down. I'm really surprised that LunatiK was able to break that momentum that Luminosity had on Mirage. I just don't see that happening again. But you know, I like to be surprised, and I definitely think if LunatiK can just continue to keep it as competitive as it is, they'll be looking pretty good going into the CT side of this map. Only problem is they've taken so long to work down this round. Now 20 seconds left. It seems like Luminosity knows exactly where LunatiK is. But it doesn't even matter. LunatiK's still winning the gun battles.
Ooh, that's going to be Lex right there, able to take down CEVO. Yeah, they got to get this down. Drake goes down finally to Peter. So it's going to even things out at a 3-on-3. Bomb finally gets planted in the B bomb site. It will be a 3-man retake attempt here in no one's favor as it's evened up at 3-on-3. They need to get an opening pick here, and Naf will hit it with a nice op shot. And they know where Invert is now. Invert's going to go on the peak. Peter will take him down. Lex with the cleanup frag. They will easily get this defuse and make this a 7-5 scoreline in their favor, as Peter will actually trade out for the defuse, grabs it with the kit in his pocket, gets it done. And economy on LunatiK's side, not looking good. They're going to be on a 4-round loss bonus, so it's not going to be the greatest, but they should still be able to buy off of it.
Yeah, definitely. At the very least, even Drossel, the poorest player of the team, is still going to be able to get armor and an AK-47 if they so chose. And it looks like, yeah, they are going to so choose. That's absolutely right play. They were waiting so long in the freeze time. I thought they might have considered saving at that point. But at this point, they have enough money where they can put together at least a decent buy. I mean, you know, you never want no nades in your back pocket, but at the very least, armor and an AK is enough to get the round done if you properly position yourself. And Also, they're getting so much bonus money that I wouldn't be surprised if, if they have a successful round here, maybe get a bomb plan, they could potentially even buy again, but they're going to have to get past who is that Lex pushing through the smoke and getting away with it.
Yeah, he doesn't get punished for it. Only goes down to 67 HP. Now Peter's going to be playing the angle with an op. And actually, I believe he fired off a shot right there. So now they're not going to get aggressive. They know the op has retaken the position. And that's going to be that's a rough look right there. Good opener, though, for Luminosity. TeeVoo's going to try and walk his way in. He's right there. Got to catch Anger off guard. Can he take that pit? Pit throws down a nade. Almost gets completely punished for that one. Barely escapes with 66 HP. Naf will hit a nice shot on the TeeVoo. So far, the double op look is looking good here for Peter and Naf. As Lex is still alive. Now it's up to invert on the rotate.
Fake though.
Yeah.
I mean, I had all my attention on it. They faked me out even in the process. Now 2-on-2, 2 AKs versus now 1 op as invert pushes out and catches Naf. Great play here from LunatiK.
So now we're going to be 2-on-1 in favor of LunatiK as Peter's going to be by himself. Invert has an AK, Drossel has an AK also. This is a winnable round if you're Peter, but he has to make clean shots and he has to make them right off the bat. Has to hit this first one on the peeking player. Oh no, Invert's going to peek also, so now, man, time is ticking down low.
Peek him from 2 angles at the same time. Avoid both of them getting off. Really well done there. No chance for Peter to pick that one up. There's no way they were going to botch that one. Drossel able to get an op for his troubles, and Invert coming with an AK-47. You know, they're not exactly rich over there on LunatiK's side, but it doesn't really matter. They definitely have enough to make a buy happen this round, especially with the saved guns that they had. And if they can continue to win, they'll be able to just continue to draw the score even closer. And who knows if even Luminosity will be able to buy on that last round. So the momentum is really swinging back and forth. This is back-to-back, really back-and-forth games. But Hanger and Pit, each catching a frag early on in the round, shutting things down. Luminosity really hungry for this half win.
Yeah, they really want this into round 14 here. They have the early 2-man advantage. All they have to do is keep some players up and alive. Not get too aggressive, and that was that smoke worked out. It wasn't the greatest one, but it did work out to prevent that player from being able to come out. That was TeeVoo, and they're going to rotate their way towards the A bomb site right now. LunatiK is going to run into 2 players in A, 1 on the fast rotate. Actually, you're going to essentially have a few players on the fast rotate as Drossel goes down to Lex, and now it's all up to TeeVoo and Scouts. As here comes the smoke into the site. Peter stepped out, hits the first off shot, and the secondary one. 2K for him. That will make the score 8-7. Luminosity has officially won the half. The worst it can be is 8-7 in favor of Luminosity, with LunatiK barely being able to catch up, but Luminosity would love to make this a 9-6, especially with the fact that LunatiK is going to be on a very, very broken bye here.
Yeah, definitely. It is the last round, so they're going to force up whatever they can, but that whatever they can is really not much. An AK-47, a Galil, the upgraded pistol is not even a bunch of good nades to work with. They have 2 decoys and a flash. Oh man, that is not a lot to work with. But if they can get out there and force the an engagement with some of the rifles, perhaps they can find some success. But with Anger's definitely going to get this frag right here. And he's going to get the bomb down with it. There's no support for the bomb. Come on.
Oh, that's going to be Scouts getting caught out in the open right there. Drake is still there trying to gun battle with Pit. He finally goes down to Drake, but the rotate is on, coming from the counter-terrorists, working their way in. Lex gets one. Peter gets a nice off shot there. Naf gets traded out. Now it's all up to Invert. Pistol comes out from Anger, and that's a round win in favor of Luminosity, making the half 9-6. And that's a big win right there if you're Luminosity to make that half happen.
Definitely, but this is not unfamiliar territory for either of these two teams. This was actually the exact same score as the Mirage game at half, 9-6 in favor of Luminosity. But at that time, Luminosity was starting on the harder side when they picked them, and kind of crumbled on the CT side. So the fact that they're now moving to the slightly harder side is actually, you know, with the slight round lead is not as comforting as I thought it would be, considering how the last game went. So, you know, obviously Luminosity is a team that if they just get going early, if they can pick up, you know, this last pistol round, that would be really important for them. They haven't picked up a pistol round all game, but if they can get it going, get the momentum early, I wouldn't be surprised if they close it out, but they really need a pistol round. It seems like if they can't get a pistol round, LunatiK just goes to town.
Yeah, man, really need to pick up a pistol round here. They need to at least go 1 for 4 and not allow LunatiK to go 4 for 4 tonight. Because so far, I mean, they're 3 for 3 already, and this is going to be the final pistol round of the night here. And Luminosity desperately needs that to get the ball rolling in their direction and not allow LunatiK to essentially tie it up with those 2 anti-ecos that they should be able to grab after that with the advantage. They're CT-sided with the gun advantage. If they're going on anti-ecos, should be a lot easier for them to collect those. And yeah, Luminosity really needs this pistol round.
But once again, to be fair to Luminosity, they have, as we said, not come up with any pistol round, the specific round 1, but they did come up with an eco on Mirage, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, they did.
They on the round 2, so it's not like they've been just, it's not like they've just been giving the full 3 rounds away every time.
Yeah, and they got an eco on this map already, right off the bat.
So, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So okay, so of the 2, all right. So I guess in the grand, I totally forgot about that. I mean, this has been, or all the rounds are just blending together at this point, all the different ecos. So. Yeah, it looks like even if they are unable to win the pistol round itself, it's not like they're just completely shooting themselves in the foot and giving away 6 rounds per game. But definitely, the locking up the pistol round is an important thing to do in the game, and you can't bank on getting an eco every time.
Yeah,
and they haven't been able to get an eco every time.
Yeah. They really need Luminosity. Luminosity desperately needs this to keep themselves in this game. Otherwise, I think with the momentum shift going in favor of LunatiK, that could happen off of the pistol win. I don't know how fast Luminosity will recover, and LunatiK might be poised to just take the game right away from them at that moment.
Perhaps Peter engaging early with I think that was Drake. Now going to fall back after getting blind. Looks like the A-take is going to be on after Pitt gets roasted by Drake.
Yeah, Lex in a great position here. He needs to hit this shot on the Drossel. And Invert comes in, able to get himself 2. Now, only one in the site will be Anger. He goes down, and it's all up to Lex now. 1v3, bomb down in A. They know where he's probably going to be rotating from. Nades come in his direction. Only 3 damage on that grenade. Still up, shooting for the top of the head. Hits the first one. Can he get another Glock shot off here? He's going to be 1v2. CEVO will push his way into the squeaky room. That's going to give Lex something to think about here. Tries to jump across, looks for CEVO, commits to the CEVO frag. Can he get it? He gets 1. Not able to get the 4th frag on the round, and LunatiK will go 4 for 4 on pistol rounds tonight.
That is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good takeaway. Go 4 for 4 against a team as good as Luminosity, but if you're Luminosity, has to be really upsetting. At least 1 for 4, you could say, oh, bad night, but it happens. But 0 for 4 is just.
Yeah,
that's tough. That is tough. That is definitely not what you're looking for. But as you said before, they've had great eco success. 2 of the 4 pistol rounds have been thrown back in the face of LunatiK. So would not be surprised if we see another one here. But it's not looking too likely as LunatiK is not messing. Whoa, Anger!
Oh,
didn't know 1D right off the bat. But the FAMASs of LunatiK, I imagine, are going to be too strong.
Yeah, and notice how LunatiK is not going to go for any SMGs this time. They're like, yeah, these guys are great on eco rounds. We can't do that.
Yeah, definitely cannot. And so far, the round has been worked down to a 4-on-4. Luminosity players are going to be moving their way towards B. Lex likes to hang out in mid a lot, or not, I guess he was hanging out on the boost trying to catch rotators and play that lurky role. He needs to be successful here to make it worth his while, and he won't get the frag. Actually get ripped down to 19 HP.
Still a chance they can hit some nice deagle shots there. Anger will get one of his own. A draw soul trades out Lex, though. That'll make it a 2-on-3. They haven't picked up any of these guns yet. There goes Peter. Anger still trying to fight it out, but the USP comes out from Scouts. He wins the round. That will make it 9-8 in favor of Luminosity, and their lead is shrinking very faster. They don't even have the money to go for an early buy because no bomb plant. And yeah, this is going to be a 9-9 game here as we go into the first full buy round.
After this round, to see what Invert chooses to do here. He's shown. Oh, there is a FAMAS on the ground for him. Okay, so he's gonna be able to pick that up and rifle. I was gonna say he might be saving just to potentially swap next round for an AWP, but now totally down to rifle. The Luminosity players are gonna be gearing back up for an A-take, not where they are back in the same place that they did not have success in the first round. And Drake pushing, gets a 3-man spray. I'll make that a 4th with the USP. He's so blind, I'm not even sure if he knows it. Can he get the ace here with the frag on Peter? He's hungry for it. Oh, and he gets ripped. Nice try, Drossel. Gonna push through and clean that up. That would have been a really slick ace from Drake.
That would have been awesome
on a really important round. Oh, sorry,
That was
for me,
huge
I thought
right
it was a
there.
rifle. But either way, but yeah, all of these rounds are super important at this point for LunatiK. But yeah, the fact that they could shut down a potential eco before it even started,
Yeah.
that is pretty big.
Yeah, that would be gigantic there. But we're into round 19. Things are all tied up 9-9 now. And Luminosity. What do we have going on here?
Yeah, it seems like they're a little slow to get out of spawn. Not really sure what that was about either. Making sure everyone had the proper nades or some slight discussion.
Oh.
Naf taking down Invert. It looks like these LunatiK players like to get aggressive early on. And Scout's
man.
going to punish him for it.
Yeah, can he get another one? Not quite able to, but Lex will take down Drake. There goes Scout, so it's going to be forced into a 3-on-2 here. Can Luminosity hold on here? It's going to be one player outside the B bomb site. One player is going to be in the A bomb site, so there's still a chance that these LunatiK players can come up big here.
Look at CEVO-P. Fall back CEVO. Yeah, that's the right play.
Makes that a 1-on-1 now. As Peter's going to be working over towards A, he's going to be going against Drossel, and the bomb's working back in that direction also, but they're not going to try and do this 2 versus 1. They're going to try and make this a 1 versus 1 battle here, and Peter wins the exchange so far. Flashbang goes down. That's going to be very not blind. Excuse me. I thought Peter was
I thought it was going to hit him.
Yeah, I thought he was eating that hard, but bomb gets planted in the A bomb site. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. CEVO on the one-man retake attempt
That could
here.
be a kill.
Oh, and it is a kill. So now it's all up to Lex. Can he clutch against CEVO? Molotov is going to go down. Lex is going to look wide. Going to look in the wrong direction. Do they see each other? They don't.
Lex, you saw the feet.
And he gets the frag to get the clutch 1-on-1 against CEVO. Luminosity will grab their 10th round. That'll make the score 10-9 in favor of Luminosity.
And their first round of the half, got to be feeling pretty good about that. But that's not going to slow down LunatiK because they held on to so many of just guns that they had from the pistol rounds. They're going to be able to continue to buy up and not let Luminosity just run away with it. So they could actually really hurt the economy of Luminosity right here with a round win, tie up the score, and just further put the pressure on them. But I'm thinking a little bit in the future, they're going to be pushing up, and they're going to find Naf at least. Unable to kill him, it seems like. Actually, Nate's going to be going back and forth. A really crazy squeaky engagement there as Page comes right through the smoke.
Still going to be right there pushing. Will be Invert. Can he make anything happen here? It's going to be even out at a 4-on-4. Bomb's going to try and work its way in. One player still at the quad box. Invert goes down. Now it's all up to Drossel. He is taken out, and it will be a 4. No, CEVO! No cover! He's able to get a frag, but Peter will clean up the round. That will make it 11-9 in favor of Luminosity.
Yeah, and Lex must be, CEVO just saying just die. I was going to say, he must be kissing the ground. So excited he is still alive as CEVO blessed him by shooting him, I guess, in the legs and chest and then running away before finishing the job. I mean, he clearly, the plan was just to put a burst in on the bomber, get the kill, and then immediately turn focus. And I guess he thought those bullets would be enough. I kind of like that foresight to be able to burst at the planner and then just immediately turn focus. Fortunately, it didn't work out for him. Needed to get that frag, and with that, Luminosity is going to have an easy bid into the B bomb site. Almost no resistance there. CEVO, the only player to do anything about it, and he couldn't. Oh wow, Invert, nice shot.
Yeah, Invert right there taking down Anger. There goes Nafly going off. Can Drossel go down? Will Nafly hit that? No. Pistol wins the battle. Drossel going for another one. And no, he is taken out. And Lex will get that one as Pitt is able to take down Invert. And that will make it 12-9 in favor of Luminosity.
And LunatiK actually still able to... oh, no, they saved that last round. So they are able to now buy up and once again continue to try to stop this Luminosity team. It seems like Luminosity has an answer for everything. I really like... how Pitt's been playing. Even when LunatiK tried to force the issue over there in the squeaky, I guess, part of the A bomb site, Pitt is always a playmaker. Just ran right through a smoke with a Tech 9, timed perfectly, and to get around the team. Not sure if he can be able to have further success, but Lax coming through a smoke, able to pick up 2 frags grand total, but a 2-for-2 overall as Scouts gets a frag and then falls back, I think, back into... yeah, the B bomb site.
And CEVO's going to get aggressive outside B. Peter will punish him for it. That will make it a 3-on-2 into round 22. They have the one-man advantage for Luminosity, as it's just going to be Scouts and Drossel at 100 HP versus Peter with 100, Anger with 93, and Lex down to 76. Drossel steps up, gets the first one on the Peter, who misses his op shot. Anger is quick to trade the frag out. They will get a free walk in into that A bomb site now after those kills, and that's going to be a bomb plant in A as the number 9 man of Scouts contemplating. Yeah, there he is. Now he's going to go up highway. He's going to commit to this here. They don't want to be forced into another save, which, yeah, it will be definitely a save. Lex is trying to jump over the top of the box. Scouts will get caught from the side by Anger, and that will be 13-9 in favor of Luminosity.
Yeah, Luminosity further extending their lead, and they're doing such a good job of trading frags off of really a bunch of weird locations, and also timing their pushes so well. Even in mid, they're totally willing to sacrifice the first frag on the round for more trade frags later. Like they'll send one guy in, he'll die, and they'll get 2 trades off that one death. It seems like that has been how they've been working, and it's been working out really well for them. And now they're going to be going aggressively towards the B-bomb site. CEVO, the only player there, once again, to do anything about it. He only has a pistol in his hand. Not really what he needs to hold this off. He's going to need a bunch more teammates. And also a good flank from Drossel wouldn't hurt, but Peter sniffed that out.
Oh, man, CEVO doesn't get punished yet. Able to step out, trying to grab another one. It's going to be a 2v1, and there goes Scouts at the end of the exchange. Peter gets 2. Pitt gets 2. The other frag goes in favor of Lex, and that will make it 14-9, as now LunatiK is on to that 5-round loss bonus. So now they're going to have quite a bit of money here, especially after that save. So they're going to buy up and try and prevent Luminosity from getting match point here.
It seemed like for a second CEVO considered buying an op. He had the money for it after buying armor, and then eventually ended up on the M4. I think that was the right decision there for his team. It seems like he was just a monster last round with the 5.7. I don't imagine he could also do similar things with a rifle in his hands. They're also going to be boosting a player into the vents, which I think is a good play. A quick rotator from Scouts. There's going to be a lot of nades over towards the A bomb, so I would say an A take is going to be on. It's going to be up to Invert to do anything about it. He actually gets hit by a nade and stuffed. I wonder if he can even fall back in time.
Yeah, he barely makes it. Oh, he gets caught, though, at the forklift. So still trying to push your Lex, jumps up over the top, gets mowed down by Drake. CEVO gets caught, Scouts is there. Drake is still in the sight. Same with Drossel. They're going to try and get Anger, and they will. So
Bomb's
LunatiK,
B, though.
Yep, might be able to break the spell here. It's going to be a 2-man retake attempt as the bomb will be planted B. It's going to be Peter and Pitt versus Drake and Drossel. Going to be on the battle attempt. Oh, that nade, man, that could have been really bad. Molotov into the back corner onto Peter. Drossel is right there down low, working his way out of the creep. And now we have Pitt down. Is Peter going to hit that? No, it doesn't matter. As Pitt is able to get it, and Peter will close it down. That's Luminosity grabbing their 15th round. And they're going to be on match point from here on out. Match loss bonus coming from LunatiK. They have enough money for the buyout. It's going to be a little bit broken, but they have to buy here to hold on and force this into a 15-15. Go for that overtime W.
Yeah, and this is kind of the Luminosity that I expected to see on the CT side. Mirage, just unrelenting pressure, constantly finding early frags, and they just couldn't do it on Mirage, which is crazy. I would say the harder map to do it on, and yet they're finding it on T side Cash. But, you know, better late than never, as they say, and Luminosity looking to clean this round up. CEVO pushed up by the box. Here's a lot of AKs getting dumped. If he peeks out at the right time, he may be able to catch some people with empty clips, but he's also going to be staring down the barrel of, what, like 4 different AKs?
Yeah. So possibly the last round of the game here, round 25. Lex will take down Drake. That gives them that 5-4 advantage. And they're still going to be fighting it out here. Drossel boosted up into the Shroud spot. This could be the last round for LunatiK if they can't come up big here. Oh, Peter on the lurkout, though. This might be brutal. And, oh, no, they're going to commit finally. But up top will be Drossel. They don't check the spot. He's able to get himself a frag, able to get himself a secondary frag also. Oh, look at that, though. Naf will take down Invert, but right there, Drossel still in sight. Naf takes him down. Now it's all up to CEVO and Scouts as CEVO is able to get a frag. It's going to be Peter and Naf versus CEVO and Scouts. Bomb planted. MP Peter hits the shot onto CEVO right through the corner of the wall, and it's all up to Scouts now. 1v2, can he make this happen to keep his team alive in this? Otherwise, Luminosity will win the game, and that will do it. Nafly will get the finalizing frag of the game, and that's a 16-9 victory over LunatiK, and that's going to be 1-1 on the night, so both of these teams are going to come away with 1 point. No direct W for either of them, and things have been tied up.
Yeah, and that was really the game, too, that Luminosity needed, I guess, after, that really lackluster Mirage performance. Or maybe not even lackluster on their side. Maybe just been a great performance. What? On oh
Mirage.
yeah, I mean, it's even still. They I feel like that was a map that they should have or could have won. It may not have even been lackluster play from Luminosity Gaming so much as it was just great play from LunatiK on their own terrorist side of Mirage. But either way, I think I feel like we see this a lot. Game one gets a little crazy, and game two is kind of just a dose of reality for both of the
Yeah.
teams. The stronger team just locking it up. Even still, 16-9, close game. No, really no harm, no foul for either team here. I
Yeah.
think LunatiK just had another good showing. It's unfortunate they couldn't come away with the win, but I think even the fact that it's a push was is good enough for them. I feel like this is a game that
Yeah,
very
definitely.
easily could have gone completely sideways.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that could have went really bad. LunatiK played very well in game number one. They took home Mirage. I believe that was a 16-10 victory for them, and then switched things up. And we thought Luminosity should be able to win map number two. We thought they should win both maps, or at least I did. And they ended up
I did
bringing
as
it
well.
back. Yeah, bringing it back in their favor on map two. So they tied it out, which is what we expected. And so far, that held true for the night. I mean, it didn't go the way we expected it to map number one, but the team we expected to win on map number two turned it around and played the way we thought they were going to on map one and ended up tying up the game. So, I mean, that's 1 point for each team tonight. So no one comes out a loser, but more ties in that column for these guys. Actually, I do want to take a peek at the North American standings.
I mean, points are points. I mean, no
Uh,
team wants to. I feel like a push is pretty frustrating for a lot of these teams, but hey, points are points.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, CLG has 9 points. They're in the lead. Affinity is right there behind them, tied up, actually, at 9 points. Luminosity in a close second, only 1 point behind. They're at 8. And then below them is 1, 2, 3 teams at 6 points, which is Tempo Storm, Nylum, and Method. And then VVV Gaming with 5. And then, of course, the rest of the league. I mean, the teams right now that are really struggling, Ace Gaming, only 1 point. They have 5 losses and 1 tie.
That's
Team
tough.
Liquid, yeah, has only played 2 matches so far, and
Yeah.
they're 1 loss, 1 tie, so they only have 1 point. But I mean, like, Counterlogic Gaming out there in the lead with 7 games played. Same with Affinity, and they're at 9 points even. Luminosity, if they play 1 more game and get another tie, they're right there in the mix with 9 points. And I mean, if they get another win, that's even better for them because Luminosity
Definitely.
has not taken a single loss yet. They've all either been wins or ties.
Yeah, and I'm also happy to see Affinity up there in the rankings. I think that's a really fun
Yeah,
team to watch, and it seems like they kind of rebounded a lot and they're finding some success after. I feel like I remember seeing a bunch of ties early on, if I'm not mistaken. Have since battled back and started stringing together
yeah.
some wins. So
Really
good
turned it on towards
on
the end.
them. Yeah, it's exciting to watch. I think they're one of those teams that are kind of right on the bubble of North America. That I wouldn't really say they're top tier quite
Yeah.
yet, but they're kind of the top of the second tier, I'd say. So it's cool seeing them compete, being up there in the standings. Obviously, the standings are pretty incomplete. There's differences between how many games people have played and stuff like that. But it's cool seeing them right up there in the standings, up with really strong teams like Luminosity Gaming and CLG and
Yeah.
Tempo Storm, and even Nylum's up there in the mix.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of teams battling it out here. This point system is going to get interesting with who's going to actually qualify for the LAN, and of course, who's going to qualify for the European side of things. And of course, our 2 invited teams, which will be Envious and Fnatic, directly to the LAN. And then what's going to happen with that? At the LAN, whoever wins and whoever is in the 2 teams in the championship game will automatically get the invites directly to the next LAN. So it's gigantic that you make it to that championship game because then guess what? You're automatically invited going
Pays
in.
dividends.
Yeah, that's amazing. And of course, the 2 teams that got it this time, as I said, were Envious and Fnatic. They will be there automatically at that CEVO MLG Season 7 Pro LAN Finals. That's coming up in July, but we're not quite there yet. We still have more games to go in regular season. And then, of course, once P ends, we have a ton of main playoffs, the main championship, IM, and amateur. There's a lot of games that are going to be going on after Pro ends when we go on a little bit of a break in between the regular season of Pro and, of course, the LAN finals. So lots of Counter-Strike left to come from us. And you have all the EU stuff also. So, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of CS on our hands when we finally hit the break period. But that will do it for us tonight, guys. Remember, I'm Misled. That's later over there. Make sure you guys get on Vulcan.com, get your fantasy esports in, have some fun with that. And speaking of which, how did you end up doing? I know it hasn't fully
That's a good
updated yet,
question.
but
I haven't. Let me check on it real quick. I'm at 728 points right now
Oh, you
with
got me.
a rank of 389.
You got me. I'm at 714 right now.
Let's go. But the points aren't
Got me
finalized, so
tonight.
perhaps
Yeah.
once the stream goes offline, we can recheck who the real winner is. But I
Yep.
think it makes me 2 for 2 on our cast. I don't know, but yeah,
I
but
get out
you've
of
had
here.
some
You're
great.
lucky you didn't play
I've
last
edged
night.
you out both times. I've edged you out both times. You've
Yeah.
definitely had some more
True.
significant wins.
Definitely. But yes, again, guys, I'm Misled. That's later over there. That's going to do it for us tonight. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. More Counter-Strike action coming from EU and North America. So have a good night, everybody, and we will catch you guys tomorrow.